some people, flipping cars means taking a car, buying it, driving it for a year or two, and then turning around and reselling it, either at even or a slight increase of money. That's called driving for free, and that's certainly something that I did back when I lived in a larger city. Out here in the mountains, however, I buy cars solely for the purpose of reselling. And I've just come across one, so I'm going to take you outside here in a second and show it to you. It's a little Ford Ranger that I picked up. Again, right place, right time. I got this vehicle for $200, and I think once you take a look at it, you'll agree it's a perfect candidate for flipping, and I will show you why. So let's go on outside. We'll do that right now, and then we'll come back in, and we'll come back in a few days or a few weeks when the car sells, and we'll talk about what I ended up getting for it, show you some pictures of it. All right, so like I was talking about, this is what $200 will buy you. I'll do a quick walk around. Now I've already washed this. I haven't waxed it or buffed it, and I'm going to remove these pinstriping. And I have a couple pictures, and here they are here. They don't really do much justice to just how dirty this truck was. But still, it's not terrible. It certainly has no rust on it, which is kind of unusual up here in the mountains. But it was dirty. I don't think it had been washed in probably maybe 3 years or so. Definitely a little work truck. $200. Got a bed liner in it. It's in pretty good shape. Sliding rear glass. It's an extended cab. Go ahead and open up the door here. Now again, I've already vacuumed out the inside, so I do need to clean the carpets, but it's not bad. Of course, it looked really, really, really rough when I bought it. Again, probably hadn't been vacuumed in 3 or 4 years. And the guy was a heavy smoker, so it had that film in it, but not bad. Got the factory CD player in there. It works. It's a 5-speed manual. It's a nice basic model. The XLT had manual locks and manual door handles, manual locks, manual windows, and really, I know a lot of people are into gadgets, but the best cars to own are ones with manual windows and manual locks, because that's less stuff to break. Manually adjusted seats like this. Very inexpensive to fix when they do break, but very rarely do they break. So, not a bad interior. Again, I have vacuumed. I probably spent about an hour on the inside cleaning and vacuuming. Got some more work to do on the carpets, and we'll put down some floor mats, but night and day compared to what it was. Engine is a little 2.3 liter 4-cylinder. Ford made this engine for years and years and years. It was in the 4-cylinder Mustangs. It was in quite a variety of cars and trucks, I think, over the years. Maybe even the Pinto it might have started off as. I washed it, but other than that, I hadn't really done much other than putting the timing belt on, which is how I got my hands on it in the first place. Now, this guy had spent a ton of money on this truck and just finally gave up. And I really felt bad for him. The car has 187 450. Now, at 185, he did an oil change and had the transmission pulled out. We drained and refilled it. Put a new clutch in, a new slave cylinder, a new throwout bearing. We did a coolant flush, did a brake system flush, and obviously a clutch slave cylinder flush. I think we even did power steering. Yeah, power steering. So we made it 2,200 miles, let's call it. No, not even. Wow. And the timing belt broke, and he gave up on it. Also at 185, he also put 4 brand new Hankook tires on it. Not only did he do that, he put new front pads and front rotors and rear pads and rear shoes on this truck. He put about $4,000 into this truck. And 2,000 miles later, the timing belt broke, and he decided he'd had enough. So I picked it up for $200, put a $41 timing belt kit into it, drove it home the same night. I did fix an exhaust leak, and other than that, it's just going to require some cleaning. So when it comes to flipping cars, obviously having a keen eye is important. Being in the right place at the right time is important. But just because I got this because I work at a shop doesn't mean that cars like this don't come along on Craigslist or in the local newspaper ads. They do. Usually they're not running. So if you're handy, that's where luck comes in, or luck leaves and skill comes in.
putting a timing belt on this car would have cost this gentleman almost over $600 with tax and everything, timing belt and tensioner, and it cost me $41 on Amazon.
Okay, so here we are back in the building, and that means the car is sold. In the end, I sold this vehicle for $2,200. I had about 430 in it. Let's do a little quick math. 21, 20, 19, 18. My gosh, that would be $1,770. That's a huge profit for someone who put exactly 8 hours of their life and $430 of their money into a flip. I feel like maybe this is something you could do, and you don't have to be a master tech in order to do this. Flipping cars or trucks, that's something that you can do, that you can buy a perfectly good running car that's just rough, that just hasn't been taken care of, just doesn't look good. How does it present itself? If it's poor, you can fix it up visually and resell it and make money. I hope you'll take this to heart, and again, if you have questions, let me know, and take care.